Before I get started, I'm going to kind of introduce two of the coaches that came with me. My defensive coordinator is supposed to come with me, Coach Blooms, but yeah, he's kind of fallen ill a little bit, so he won't be here today. But the first one was handing out shirts is Coach Barthelmess. He's our D-line coach, assistant head coach. Coach Santana, he's our DB coach. He came with us, and we all work at Print Holders. Now, let me kind of give you a little bit of an expectation for a rising freshman. Okay? You come up there, and you should have a schedule in front of you. It has June, July, August. You guys cannot come up and start working out with us until you are officially done in middle school. And leave middle school and go to the high school. Upon that day, and I actually have it, I think it might be the first day we do something that I think is the 12th. It's the 12th. You need to show up June 12th at like 7. So what that's going to do is we got to process you in there. We got to make sure your Dragonfly is up to date. Make sure your physical's up to date. We'll get to that in the middle, or in a little bit. We got to make sure you get a locker. Make sure you get everything that you need. Make sure that you have the schedule in hand that you're given today, and make sure you understand how summer's going to go. Now, what you're going to need when you get up there, okay? I'll have a team store open. Everybody's to buy a black shirt. It's kind of like one of those compression shirts. That's what you wear under your pads. That's my only expectation, is that you buy that. All right? And cleats. I don't do team cleats because some kids fit better in Nike. Some kids foot fits better in Adidas. Some kids like Under Armour. I don't care as long as it's purple, white, or black. I don't care. I guess you can go yellow. But that's the only expectation as far as what it is that you are to buy. We have girdles. If you want to buy your own girdle, fine. Personally, I don't care if it's washed. I'm not wearing another man's underwear. I might want to buy my own girdle. But that's up to you. We have them if you don't have them. But that's what that's going to do. So you're going to show up June 12th. We're going to process you in, get you going. Now, the sooner that you're there, the more that you're there, the faster that you learn, the better chances that you'll have success. Simple question. Coach, my family goes on vacation this summer. Hey, guess what? Go on vacation. Have a good time. I hope you enjoy wherever you go on vacation. But if you're in town, if you're in this area, and we have something going on, you need to be there. I understand, grandmother's birthday and all that. Hey, then go to grandmother's birthday. Go to your aunt and uncle's birthday. That's fine. But if there's nothing going on, you need to come to practice. Because all that's going to do is get you prepared for what's coming up. Okay? Last year, our JV had the last 2 years, JV's had a very, very successful season. That's starting to trickle up. You guys know last year was our first year there. Had to make a lot of changes on varsity, had to do a lot of things differently. JV is where we kind of started building our stuff with the young guys, 9th and 10th graders. You guys are going to continue that process of building up. All right? I can sit here and tell you, this is what we did when I was at this school, this is what we did when we were in that school. I could bring up Parkland and when I was the head coach of Rolesville and all other stuff. That doesn't matter. I'm telling you what we're going to do with Print Holders. This is how we're going to do it. The 10th graders are going to be juniors. The 9th graders are going to be 10th graders. You guys are going to be 9th graders. That's where we're going to win our football games, is with you guys and those other two groups. That's where we're going to start winning football games, with you guys and those guys. So you guys are coming to Print Holders at the right time. We actually have coaches on staff. We'll have 7 or 8 coaches in the building that will teach anything from art, history, science, PE. I'm an old math teacher. All your academics should be covered if you have issues or problems or you need help. Because let's get into that. Expectation when you get to high school. You have to take care of your grades. Your talent is only going to take you so far. Graduating from high school and doing that is going to take you further than a lot of you are going to have with football, your opportunities with football. That is a big expectation. Academics. I'm not going to mess around with that. You already know this middle school, high-performing middle school when it comes to academics. Print Holders, high-performing academic school as far as the high school goes. You're not going to find a better high school as far as academic goes in this county or most of Wake County. You're just not. I was at Rolesville, I'm telling you. I live in Zebulon by East Wake, I'm telling you. Academics, Print Holders, better than what you're going to find around. So that's an expectation, not just for me, but that's from the principals, assistant principals. If you go to the school board, they know. That's an expectation. Now, how's that going to help you? For some of you that may have an opportunity, I'm sure everybody has college dreams. They want to go to college, play football, do all that stuff. Some of you will have an opportunity for that. Let me tell you how that works. I've been doing this since 1995, guys. This is how this works. College coach comes in. I want to look at so-and-so. What do you know about so-and-so? I need to see so-and-so. Lay my eyes on him. I want to talk to him. Then the coach is going to say, I need to see his unofficial transcript. Transcript is all your grades in high school. Everything's on there. And it has your GPA. This is how this is going to work with recruiting, guys. I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to tell you when you're freshman, sophomore, junior, going into your senior year. If you're out of college, look at you. As soon as I hand that college coach your transcript, my job as recruiting and trying to help you out is over. Once I go like that and he has your transcript, they decide on if they want you or not. If you have a bunch of D's and F's, you're a high-risk recruit. If you have good grades, you have a 3.0 or better, a lot of A's, a lot of B's, you become a low-risk recruit. I'll just use one example. Starting quarterback in South Florida was our quarterback at Roseville. He showed up, he had a 4.13 GPA. I went, South Florida said, we'll take him. He was a low-risk recruit. So that's the expectation I got. If you have the ability, if you have what it takes, a college coach will lay eyes on you. Last year I came here when I first got hired. You all know Zoe McNeil, right?
Sure. Yeah.
I came here just to talk to him by himself. I sat him down and said, hey, this is how it's going to be. This is how it's going to go. How many of you know Zoe? Ask him if I kept my word. If I didn't put him in front of college coaches, if I didn't talk to college coaches. For him, put him in front of college coaches as a freshman. Here, take a look. I think this kid has a chance. Ask him. If you're one of those few, lucky few that have the ability and the grades and the work ethic to be a college football player, I'll put you in front of a college coach. Promise. I promise you. So, talked about what your expectation is, and that's the price of admission to play high school football, guys. You got to have good grades. Can't be in all kinds of trouble. Can't be doing that. When you come up there, guys, this is how it's going to be, and I'm sure you guys don't listen to your middle school coaches. I'm sure they already told you all this, but you get up to high school, things are going to be different. They're going to be very different. What that means is this. You're going to have a lot of freedom. You're going to go up there, and you're going to be able to walk in between each class, go to the bathroom whenever you need to. People are not going to have eyes on you all the time. That's the difference. What you do in that time is the difference between being a winner and being a loser. If you're messing around, hanging out in the bathrooms, doing stupid stuff, that doesn't help you become a better student, better football player. You're not where you're not supposed to be all the time, that's not going to help you be a better football player. And here's the thing. If I'm out in the hallway, Coach Santana's out, Coach Santana walks around, he's a TA, so he's not bogged down. We have several of those. If they catch you out in the hallway you're not supposed to be, you might be doing push-ups in the hallway in between classes if they catch you. If you're not where you're supposed to be. Look, I'm just telling you. That's the price of admission, guys. That's the price of admission. So, there are the expectations. Now let's talk about a little bit more things. Let's talk about football and having fun. Because that's why you guys want to play this game, right? Sure. It is a game, right? It's a game. Sure. It's supposed to be fun. Let's talk about the fun stuff. Guys, hired a new offensive coordinator. He runs RPO. Anybody not know what RPO is? RPO is run, pass, option. Quarterback can either give it to the running back, he can run it himself, or pass it to the wide receivers. We're going to pass more in our offense than we did last year. So if you're a running back right now, like, what about me? Trust me. Been part of many RPO offenses. The last time that we had a serious RPO offense, both running backs had 1,000 yards and the quarterback had 1,000 yards rushing and 3,000-yard passing. So you're going to get your opportunity. If you're a wide receiver, you're going to like our new offense. I hired a new coach who played for the Washington. Back in the day, they called them the Redskins, but he's now the Commanders. He played for the Washington Commanders. He's going to be wide receiver coach. O-line coach coached played at Corinth Holders, was a Shrine Bowl player. What the Shrine Bowl is, and you guys are going to learn this too, is North Carolina versus South Carolina All-Star. Played at Pembroke all 4 years. He's one of you guys. Brought in a bunch of coaches that have coached a lot of college football players and helped them move along in different places. So it's going to be fun. There's going to be a lot put on you, but it's going to be fun. If you know any of those JV football players that played last year, ask them. Hey, how was JV last year? You guys, once again, was it fun? Did you have a good time? Yes. So that's what we're going to have. Look, you guys are going to work. Some of you may be varsity, we'll see, but let's just assume all of you are going to be JV. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, putting in the work. Thursday for you guys, payday is when you get to play. When you get to put all that work into motion and have a good time out there playing against other teams, that some of the guys that you know, winning football games. That's fun. That's fun. All the stuff you're going to get, we gave you a little bit of swag. A lot of swag when you come up here to the high school. A lot of swag given out. You want to wear our stuff? It's going to be out there. What we're doing, guys, is we're changing what's happening at Corinth Holders. You guys are part of that change. I'm new. Coach is new. Coach Santana is new. We want to change things. Help us change it. If you want to be part of a good football team, help us change it. Now, any questions pertaining to what we talked about? Anybody have any questions about anything that I didn't talk about? Coach Barthelmess, anything you want to add?
Hey, few things. You know, Coach just said that we're new. We're still fairly new. I haven't been here a full year yet. You've barely been in accounting for a year. We hear a lot of talk. Corinth Holders, first of all, you get a great education there, right? Second thing is they got a great baseball program. All right. So we've heard a lot of talk. You can't do both. You can't do both. Yes, you can. You can play a sport every season. All right. Coaches, the head baseball coach, head football coach encourages that. We want, if you're not playing a specialized sport, we want you running track. There's a winter track, spring track. We want you active. We want you participating. We want you fighting for wins and learning to be victorious in everything you do. All right? So just because you're a better basketball player than football player doesn't mean you don't play football. Just because you're good at something else doesn't mean you can't do the other thing. All right? So you hopefully, preaching to the choir here, you guys all know that, understand and believe it, but spread the word to people, okay? This is a new day for Corinth Holders. Football is, like Coach said, it's up to us. Basketball is going to get better. Baseball, we want them to keep shining, so it takes a whole school to do that. So if you know people that should be playing football and they're going, I don't know, because of baseball or basketball or wrestling, tell them to shut up. Tell them to sign up and show up, okay?
Yeah, we encourage like multi-sport athlete. Here's why. Let's say you play football, and then you go play basketball, or you run track, or you wrestle. You're still competing. It still makes you a competitor. Or if you play baseball, or if you play lacrosse, you're still competing. It makes you a competitor. I like people who like to compete. It's almost to the point like if you're next to your homeboy and you're eating a hamburger, you want to eat your hamburger faster because you want to be first. You want to compete in everything. I want you competing. Yeah, right? I want you competing. So if you're a multi-sport athlete, raise your hand if you're a multi-sport athlete. You play multiple sports. Fantastic. That's what we want. Multiple sport athletes. Coach Weaver, the baseball coach who's the athletic director, hired me in my interview. Here's exactly what he told me for you baseball players. He goes, I want to get a football coach in here because I'm tired of losing baseball players. I was like, what? He goes, other schools in this county have good football and good baseball. Or they think they can't play both at Corinth Holders, and at some other places they can play both. So they'll go to other places so they can play both. That is not the case, guys. I'm not going to sit here and just say, you're just going to play football and that's it. I'm never going to say that to you. Coach, I want to wrestle. Oh, okay, wrestle. I'll come watch you wrestle. Or I want to play lacrosse. Really? Okay, well, I'm going to come watch you play lacrosse. It is, like I said, guys, and Coach Weaver, this is only his second year being the AD, so a lot of changeover. So if that's a question in your mind, you can get that question out of your mind. All right? Coach Santana, anything you want to add? Because there's, 7-on-7 stuff. Right now, this guy right here does a lot of 7-on-7. He did a lot in Wake County out in Raleigh. He's starting to do it out here. I'll let him kind of talk to you about that stuff right now.
Good morning, fellas. Good morning. All right. So yeah, 7-on-7. I mean, that's pretty much what I do. It's in season now, so I will probably tell you that if you're not on a 7-on-7 team, probably around this time next year, if you're a skill player, linebacker, running back, safety, quarterback, wide receiver, whatever you are, I suggest you get on a 7-on-7 team. And what that does is it takes the physical part of football out and put in the mental part. Football is 90% mental, 10% physical. You have to be able to play your position and know why you're playing. Everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
So get with me. I'll try to get you as much information as I can possibly give you for a 7-on-7. Also, make sure that you're hitting the weight room. It's never too late to hit the weight room. It's never too early to hit the weight room. If you're in 8th grade, hit the weight room right now. Because when you come to us, you want to be teeter-tottering between above average and right there at average. So that way, whenever everybody's lifting, you don't want to be behind. You don't want to be over there in the back rack with everybody else that can't lift weights. Lift weights, do push-ups, do all that stuff. Take care of your body. Make sure that you take care of your body. That is the biggest thing in high school football. If you do not take care of your body, your career is not going to last long. That's just simple what it is. Everybody understand?
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
I'm going to piggyback on the weight room. Last year, at this time, if you went into Corinth Holder's weight room and started taking maxes, and the same kids this year that are lifting taking maxes, we have what, 5 or 6 kids squatted over 500 pounds? There was none of that. And when I mean squat, not this. I mean all the way down. Multiple kids benching 225 plus, 300 plus. So that's another thing we're changing. Coach Santana's correct. Weight room's big. A bigger muscle is a faster muscle is a stronger muscle. Helps prevent injuries. We'll introduce you guys to that weight room. If you don't know what you're doing, we'll help you get there when summer comes. But you don't want to wait till summer to start lifting. You want to start lifting now. All right? Now, I think I got everything that I wanted to say. I'm looking forward to coaching you. I'm looking forward to watching you have your successes in the classroom, on the football field, and then, believe it or not, looking a little bit in the future, when you graduate and you're ready to walk across the stage, I'm going to sit there and clap for you. So I'm going to be here all this journey with you. From the first day you're at the high school to your last day when you graduate and walk across the field. And I plan on clapping for you guys and cheering you guys on multiple times throughout the way. Some of us will probably have some conversations that you might not want to have. Some of us will probably have conversations that I don't want to have. But throughout it all, guys, we're going to be there for you. We're going to be there for you. And what I don't think you guys understand yet is because you're young, and I'm going to use your middle school coaches as an example. They probably, not only were your coaches, they were probably your fans. When you scored a touchdown, I bet you they jumped up and down just as much as you did. Or clapped just as hard as anybody in the stands did. We're no different. I want to see everybody here be successful. I want to see everybody in here move on, do great things. And I want to sit there and clap for every one of you because you're doing things and things are going well for you. But for that to happen, you have to put in that work. Okay? So again, any questions? Now, last thing I'm going to go with, or two last things. New uniforms are coming in. Next year, for home, I'm buying a black pair of uniforms. It'll be black with purple numbers. The year after that, so your freshman year, we're going to stay with the old white and the old purple. But you guys will get to wear the black ones because I'm buying it not just for varsity, I'm buying it for JV as well.